Okay guys, this morning I'm making mozzarella. So I got a gallon of milk in my pot, and to it I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of citric acid. According to the recipe I'm following, you're supposed to add this to cool water. I personally don't do that. I like the results I get better when I don't. So I'm gonna add that and about a half. And then we're going to put this on low heat and bring it up to 90 degrees. At which point we'll add in the rennet, which I have dissolving in just a little bit of water. I'm just stirring that citric acid around to make sure it all gets into the milk. And I still have like another, 2 gallons going to be in the fridge, so... But we may try making some banana bread in the air fryer. So, because I got plenty of bananas that are turning. I got some in the fridge to use, and it's going to be too hot today to turn the oven on.
Can you stop messing with the tripod? Thank you.
So she thinks about that.
Obviously.
Okay guys, so we're at like 88 degrees. So I took mine off the heat. The recipe says 90. I'm going to pour the rennet in now because the last time I waited too long, it got too hot. I ended up making mozzarella, so... Yeah, ricotta. Ugh. So you pour the rennet in, you do an up-down motion that you can't really see because I moved where my pot was sitting to stir the rennet in, and then we'll cover it and we'll let it sit 15 to 20 minutes or so. And then hopefully we'll have a good curd form. Fingers crossed, at least. Okay guys, I really don't know how long it's been. I was cutting up some fruit we had from our Misfit Market box this week. Let's see if I can get you closer though. But as you can see, it's formed curd. So I have this, it's a pastry knife that I bought from Walmart. I'm going to use this side to cut the curds into about 1-inch pieces, give or take. And hopefully, when I go to pull the curds out, it's not like the last time I tried to make mozzarella and they just fall apart. I think they're going to be okay though, because the whole thing's trying to move. Okay. Now, leave it alone. Okay, so I have a bowl and a colander to strain the curds. The recipe I use says you're supposed to heat those up. I don't. I find when I do, I end up with a way tougher cheese than if I just strain them. And then I'm going to use the microwave method today, so I have a glass bowl to put the drained curds into so I can pop them in the microwave to start stretching. I can't pick you up right now. Mommy's doing something. Mommy's doing something. Why don't you go see Sissy? 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 see if I can move things a little bit so I don't make a mess of my stove. Okay, so let's see if I can bring this over here without making too much of a mess. So this is a mozzarella curd. And super glad this worked this time around. It's always frustrating when it doesn't work the way you want it to. And mozzarella is one of those picky cheeses. If you don't have everything exactly right, it's not gonna work. If you do happen to overheat your milk, you could always cool it off back to your 90 degrees, I would think, and probably still make your mozzarella. But I'm just trying to make sure I got all my curd. Wikipedia. Okay, so most of the whey is drained out. And a nice big pot of whey here. And if I wanted to, I could take this, I could heat it up again to a higher temp and make more ricotta. But because I have a failed mozzarella from the other day that I just made ricotta out of. I didn't make ricotta out of it. It pretty much was ricotta because the milk got too hot and sometimes stuff happens. So I'm just going through my whey and scooping up any little bits of mozzarella curd that made it through my strainer is all I'm doing. I think that's going to about do it. And some of them just made their way back into my whey. So I'm using a mix of Nigerian dwarf and La Manche milk. So as you can see, oh, you can't really tell on camera, but the whey is still super milky looking. Which it would make really good ricotta if I chose to make ricotta out of it. We're not doing that today. No, I'm not doing ricotta. No, the curd set. Cool. Because mozzarella is really a picky cheese. Can you get me a bowl of cold water? Okay. So now I'm just going to fold the curd in on itself. It's going to release a ton more whey. That's why you're supposed to heat it back up, so it releases all that whey.
No way.
And I'm pretty much pouring out like milk. And it's literally just because of all the fat content the Nigis have in their milk. And now I'm going to get Josh to help me to pop this back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Did you change her? Fold it back in on itself. I don't know if they can really see this.
Oh, we're getting a good, decent view.
And it's warm enough that I can actually stretch it for a little bit. Now, I found it's very easy to overstretch mozzarella, or at least goat milk mozzarella, so I'm not going to stretch it a ton. I'm just going to do it enough to get those curds bound together. Because the more you stretch it, the harder your cheese is. And I think that's good. We like it nice and soft because then it makes really good topping for pizza. It melts really well. I'm just rolling it into a bowl. And then I'm going to drop it in my bowl of cool water here. And it will sit there, I don't know, probably about half an hour before I take it out and wrap it up for the fridge. Trinity, come do some of these dishes for me. Do some of these dishes for me.
Stayed pretty firm. Stayed pretty balled up.
Yeah, it's not stretched as much at all.
Yep.
There we have it, guys. Mozzarella. Can you stop? I thought she got her fingers. I can't with you. Okay, guys, so we made mozzarella. We're making pizza dough now because we're gonna do pizza for dinner. In my big KitchenAid mixer, I have about a tablespoon of honey, and I'm adding a cup of hot water to help dissolve it. And then I need the yeast. I'm just gonna whisk that around quick to dissolve the honey, and then we're going to add a tablespoon. Yeah. A tablespoon of yeast. And we're gonna let that sit for a minute while I heat up a cup of goat milk to go in it. And we'll also add a little pinch of salt, and then it's about 4 to 5 cups of flour. Good, good. It's a cup. It's actually a little over a cup.
Heat it up.
Yes, please.
How long?
About 30 seconds. Just till it's warm. It doesn't need to be hot, just warm.
Is this recipe on the blog?
Yes, it's the sandwich bread recipe. It's the same one.
But it makes really good pizza dough.
It does. And it's a really good all-purpose bread recipe, like dough recipe.
Right.
Anything you would use, like bread dough for. This one's really good. Perfect. Salt, please. Can I have the just actual salt? I don't want to be salt shakering in salt. Okay, so our yeast has been sitting for a minute. It's kind of bubbly, kind of foamy. And I have no idea if I'm going to be in the right. Can you see that?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I'm adding in about this much salt. I'd love to give you an actual measurement, but that's not what I do around here. So it's probably like a 1/4 tablespoon into the bowl. And I'm going to start adding my flour, and then I'll pour in goat milk. So we're going to start with flour first.
Sam's forgetting to mention the fact that we store our flour.
I've mentioned it in previous videos.
Oh, have you mentioned it
Yep.
in previous videos?
Yep. Because I tell them every time I use flour. My brother gets me big 50-pound bags of all-purpose flour for like $15. So we store it in 5-gallon buckets. Because 2 5-gallon buckets holds a 50-pound bag of flour.
But it does not hold. Well, two container or 2 buckets do not hold a 50-pound bag of grain. Because the goat feed that we're using currently does not fit in 2 bags. Fit in 2 buckets. So.
Okay. So that's about half of our flour. And once that mixes around, I'll add in the milk. Give me a bite.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to add in my milk. The whole cup.
No.
Is that against it?
Probably cute, isn't it?
Could be. Okay. Now that that's semi-mixed, we're going to go back in with just flour. And I'm going to add the 2 remaining cups to get up to 4 cups. I'm using a half-cup measuring scoop, that's why I'm going. Because this guy just kind of sits in my buckets of flour. So. Which I'm almost done with 1 bucket, which means I need to put an order in with my brother. And if any of you guys watching ever need to invest in a new stand mixer, I would recommend this baby. It's a little pricey, but I can do easily a double batch of dough in this without any issues, and a double batch of chocolate chip cookie dough without any issues. So it's definitely well worth the money if you're into a ton of baking like I am. The only thing is I wish this was not on here. And it can be easily removed with a couple screws coming out.
I just haven't gotten time to do that yet.
Yeah. I think 4 cups is going to do it for flour today. Can you take care of dishes? Oh, no. We need a little bit extra flour. I don't think much. Another 1/4 cup, I think. Give or take. Still just a little bit stickier than I want it to be. Well, that's better. Slightly tacky, but not overly sticky. And that's it. That's pizza dough in a nutshell.
Cliff note, like a shorter version.
Oh.
Yes, no?
It's done.
Okay.
It just
Take
needs
a
to
look
be
at it.
covered.
Yeah. So what are you going to do now?
Cover in plastic wrap and let it rise for 2 hours, give or take.
Well,
Or
we'll
until
check.
it's doubled in size.
Well, we'll check back then. So this is one of the 3 pizzas we got out of the dough. Not cooked yet, but the dough rose significantly. But this is with the homemade mozzarella that Sam made
A couple days ago.
which is actually the beginning of this video at this point. The beginning of this video. Yeah. They're going into the oven.
425 degrees.
425 for what?
22 minutes.
22 minutes to start.
No, 22 minutes is all.
Is all?
Time.
Okay.
That's what we found we like.
Yeah, and it gives us our what we prefer for pizza. So.
I'd start at 18 though, depending on how you like your pizza,
Yeah.
and increase from there.
Yeah. But anything else we put in this video?
You show them our new chickens?
That's right too. So we got some chicks that baby's helping take care of. Leghorns, white leghorns. So a couple weeks. At this point, they're probably 2 or 3 weeks old. Really?
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks old. They're feathering out very well. 6 of those. Just so we have some more egg production going on in the flock. Because right now we're having issues. Trying to narrow those down, but
And in 2 weeks we're getting more birds.
yeah. And then in 2 weeks we're getting additional birds.
5 ducks, 5 blue Swedish.
With a male, right?
Yeah, 4 female, 1 male, 5
Yep.
blue Swedish.
5. Well,
15 veal fielders and 6 Easter eggers.
So there's that. Sorry, the goats were not shown in this video.
Raining.
It's raining. It's been raining. It's not a fun experience out in the goat pen chat pasture thing. Sorry. I'm trying to get this to work. I'm trying to think. Do an outro because I don't think there's anything else we gotta add to the video. Not really.
Hopefully we'll have the babies in like a week.
Yeah, hopefully you'll have babies in the next couple weeks. We'll see though. Fingers crossed. Go from there. I think it's it. Really. No. So, like always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel here. Follow us on Instagram at @Revace_homestead. A lot more goes on there. Well, as of recent, it's been a little dead, but that's okay. It's been raining. Haven't been able to post too much. The Facebook page, Revace Homestead, there. Check out the .com at revacehomestead.com. I think that's it. Oh, and have a happy 4th. Don't blow off any fingers lighting those fireworks.